Title: Plain Jane and the Mermaid. Page 1. Plain Jane's Quiet Life. Jane was an ordinary girl who lived in a quiet fishing village. While the other children played in the waves or dreamed of treasure, Jane loved sitting by the shore, sketching seashells and driftwood. The villagers called her a plain Jane because she didn't stand out, but Jane didn't mind. She loved her quiet life by the sea. Page 2. A Strange Song. One evening, as the sun dipped into the horizon and painted the sky orange, Jane heard a melody drifting on the breeze. It wasn't like any song she'd heard before. It was haunting and beautiful, carrying words she couldn't quite understand. Intrigued, Jane followed the sound to a secluded cove. Page 3. The Mermaid. There, glimmering in the moonlight, was a mermaid. Her hair shimmered like silver, and her tail sparkled with scales of sapphire and emerald. She looked up at Jane with wide, curious eyes. "Who are you?" Jane asked softly. "I'm Myra," the mermaid replied. "And you?" "Just Jane," she said. "Plain Jane." Myra tilted her head. "There's nothing plain about you if you found your way here." Page 4. A Special Friendship. From that evening on, Jane and Myra met often. Myra shared stories of underwater palaces and coral gardens, while Jane brought Myra her sketches of the sea. Myra was fascinated by Jane's art, and Jane was enchanted by Myra's world. They became the best of friends. Page 5. The Forgotten Pearl. One day, Myra seemed troubled. "The heart pearl, which lights our underwater world, is missing," as she explained. "Without it, the ocean will darken, and life beneath the waves will wither." "Can I help?" Jane asked. Myra's eyes brightened. "You're brave to offer." The pearl was stolen by the sea witch and hidden in a cave guarded by her magic. But be warned, the sea witch's cave is dangerous for humans. Page 6. Into the Deep. Despite the warning, Jane was determined to help her friend. Myra gave her a shimmering necklace. "This will let you breathe underwater for a time," Myra said. With Myra by her side, Jane swam deeper into the ocean than she'd ever imagined. They passed glowing jellyfish, schools of colorful fish, and gardens of seaweed that swayed like dancers. Page 7. The Sea Witch's Cave. At last, they reached the dark cave. The entrance was guarded by eels with glowing eyes. Myra sang a soft, soothing tune, lulling the eels to sleep. Inside, the cave was filled with strange, glowing plants and swirling shadows. On a pedestal in the center lay the heart pearl, glowing faintly. As Jane reached for it, the sea witch appeared, her voice a hiss. "Who dares steal from me?" she snarled. Jane's heart pounded, but she stood firm. "The heart pearl belongs to the ocean, not to you." Page 8. Jane's Courage. The sea witch laughed. "If you want it, you must solve my riddle. Fail, and you'll be trapped here forever." Jane nodded, her hands trembling. The witch intoned, "I am not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. What am I?" Jane thought hard, then smiled. "A fire," as she said confidently. The sea witch's face twisted in defeat. Take your prize, as she spat, disappearing into the shadows. Page 9. Restoring the light. Jane took the heart pearl and swam back with Myra to the underwater kingdom. As they placed the pearl in its rightful spot, it burst into light, illuminating the ocean with a warm, golden glow. The fish danced, the coral sparkled, and the sea seemed alive with joy. You did it, Jane, Myra said. You're more than plain Jane. You're brave and kind, a true friend of the sea. Page 10. Home again. Jane returned to her village, but she was forever changed. She carried with her memories of her adventure and her special friendship with Myra. And though the villagers still called her plain Jane, she knew she was anything but ordinary. The end.